Hello viewers, welcome back to our channel Sun English. Today I am here to present an activity to find the specific heat of a solid. What is specific heat? The amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of a unit mass of a substance by 1 degree centigrade is called as specific heat. Different substances have different specific heat. The specific heat of a water is 1 calorie by gram degree Celsius. The SI unit of specific heat is joule by kg Kelvin and the CGS unit is calorie by gram degree Celsius. So the required apparatus for this activity is calorimeter, zinc metals or lead shots or iron bolts, and water heater or steam heater, and laboratory thermometer. So this is the outer appearance of calorimeter, which is made up of wood to prevent the escape of heat energy to the surroundings. So this is the lid to prevent the escape of heat energy to the surroundings, and this is the stirrer to mix the contents inside the calorimeter. This is the copper vessel. We used copper vessel because copper is a good conductor of heat and electricity. This is the thermocol to prevent the escape of heat energy. This is the clamp used to hold the laboratory thermometer. So we are going to find the specific heat of a zinc metal. In case of zinc metal, we can use lead shots or iron bolts. So let us go into the activity. Measure the mass of the calorimeter, empty calorimeter, and mark it as M1, and fill the copper vessel with water. The water must be 1/3 of the calorimeter. 1/3 of the copper vessel is filled with water. Now place this copper vessel inside the calorimeter and measure its initial temperature and mark it as T1. Here the initial temperature is shown as 28 degrees Celsius. So this is marked as T1. Now measure the mass of the calorimeter and mark it as M2. So the mass of the water is given as M2 minus M1, since here M2 stands for the mass of the calorimeter along with water and M1 stands for mass of the calorimeter only without water. So now we should heat the zinc metal or iron bolts in a vessel containing water up to 100 degrees Celsius. Now measure the temperature of vessel containing water and zinc metals and mark it as T2. Here we got the T2 value near to 100 because of the surroundings near, the temperature may be decreased. Now quickly transfer these zinc metals. Now quickly transfer the lead shots into the copper vessel containing water to prevent the escape of heat energy. Now measure the temperature using a laboratory thermometer. Here it's showing as near to 38 degrees Celsius. Mark this as T3. Now measure the mass of the contents and mark it as M3. Here contents means copper vessel, water and also zinc metals. So the mass of the zinc metals is given as M3 minus M2, since here M3 stands for the mass of the calorimeter, water and zinc metals, and M2 stands for mass of the calorimeter only with water. The rest activity will be continued by SP Teja.
The specific heat of water, Lashos and calorimeter taken respectively as SW, SL and SD according to the principle of method of mixtures, heat lost by the solid is equal to heat gained by the calorimeter plus water. Here the hotter body is the Lashos and cooler body is the calorimeter and water. By using the formula Q is equal to MS delta T. Here M represents mass, S represents specific heat, delta T represents final temperature minus initial temperature. So M3 minus M2 is the mass of Lashos. SL specific heat of Lashos. T2 minus T3 is the temperature of Lashos. But here we taking initial temperature minus final temperature, because final temperature of the mixture is less compared to the initial temperature, is equals to M1 mass of the calorimeter, SC specific heat of calorimeter, T3 minus T1 temperature of the calorimeter, M2 minus M1 is the mass of the water. So temperature of the Lashos is T2 minus T3, but here we taking initial temperature minus final temperature, because final temperature of the mixture is less compared to the initial temperature, is equals to M1 mass of the calorimeter, SC specific heat of calorimeter, T3 minus T1 is the temperature of calorimeter, M2 minus M1 is the mass of water, SW is the specific heat of water, T3 minus T1 is the temperature of water. So SL is equals to M1 SC, T3 minus T1 plus M2 minus M1 SW T3 minus T1 by M3 minus M2 T2 minus T3. So by this formula we can find the specific heat of solid and the specific heat of calorimeter and Lashos and water. So thank you for watching Sun English.
Please do like, share and subscribe.